Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this second Supplier Diversity Live from the Clear Company. So I'm Alex Maya, one of the director at the Clear Company looking after supplier diversity. Really excited about this second LinkedIn Live, where today's main focus is going to be on what are the common challenges of any supplier diversity program. So we'll talk through those challenges as well as what are the solutions that we usually recommend to organizations to address those common challenges. So there are 4 common challenges that we've identified with clients, but also from research, specifically in the US and as well to the UK, feedback for corporate on what are their main challenges, and there are 4 that have been identified. The first one, which probably will not be a surprise, is to find diverse suppliers. That's challenge number 1. Another common challenge is to implement inclusive procurement processes within the organizations. Third one being to have adequate staffing for the supplier diversity program. So ensure you've got enough resources to actually deliver value to your organizations. And then the 4th common challenge is internal alignment across the organizations to deliver the program. So running a successful supplier diversity program in a corporate environment can indeed pose those various challenges. So I will talk through some of the solutions to address them. So let's go back to the first one I've mentioned, which is finding diverse suppliers. So proactively looking for diverse suppliers through industry events, trade shows, but also professional networks that cater to diverse businesses. That's one way. Then leveraging those diverse supplier database, and you might wonder, how do I find this database? This is where connecting with those minority-owned business organizations, such as in the UK, it's like MSD UK, WeConnect, out Britain, they have a database of diverse suppliers. So that's one avenue to explore. But also it's simply collaborating with local chambers of commerce, those minority business development organizations, or diverse supplier advocacy groups. I will help you identify and connect with qualified diverse suppliers. So it's a mix of collaborating with those external organizations that are operating in this space, and I've gave a few names, local chambers of commerce, and then engaging with organizations such as the Federation of Small Businesses, where I can also help you find those diverse suppliers, as well as leveraging your network and engaging in industry events. So those are potential solutions to addressing this common challenge. Challenge number 2 is to implement inclusive procurement processes, which is essential for a supplier diversity program. And what we mean here is ensuring that before you engage with suppliers, that internally your tendering process, your contract terms, onboarding processes are appropriate for small businesses. So starting with the tender process, ensuring it's accessible to SMEs. So what does it mean? Is SMEs having visibility in the first place of those tendering opportunities, having clear expectation for those SMEs in terms of what they will need to submit, also the length of your process. So a tender that runs over 5 months, 6 months or more, starting with a request for information to then a formal request for proposal. Those long process really can discourage SMEs that have limited resources and time to be involved in such long processes. So really consider, how do you make your tender process effective and accessible to SMEs? Then it's also, if an SME is successful, how do you ensure your contract terms are appropriate? So it's not a barrier or a block for SMEs to contract with you. What I mean is, for example, in terms of what you will ask, in terms of warranty terms or liability terms, which might be appropriate for a large corporate, so what is appropriate for a large corporate might not be for a small business. So really ensure that you have different set of terms, one for large corporate, large businesses, and one for SMEs, which also reflects the level of risk that the service they provide to you represents. And then linked to this inclusive procurement processes, also ensuring that your staff in procurement is appropriately trained on what supplier diversity means, what are the goals of the program, how do you include diverse suppliers in sourcing opportunities, but then also what it means for the business owners, so your key stakeholders that hold the budget, educating them on why diverse suppliers should be included in the sourcing activities. So the training and comms is really key element of ensuring you have inclusive procurement processes and inclusive procurement ways of operating. And so the third challenge is ensuring you have adequate staffing for your supplier diversity program. So ensuring your program is well resourced. So you have dedicated resources. So assigned staff members or an assigned team that will manage the supplier diversity program, ensuring that you also then provide them with the necessary authority and resources to be successful. That's one aspect. But then beyond that is developing a cross-functional team. So it's not all on procurement, but it's also collaborating with your diversity and inclusion team, your key stakeholders, so you form a cross-functional teams that will share responsibilities and expertise to deliver your program. And then sometimes it might be necessary as well to consider external expertise. So if internal resources are limited, consider engaging external consultants or organization specializing in supplier diversity to support your program implementation and management. And this is where some of the organizations I've mentioned earlier can support, but also where we can support you in your program at the Clear Company. And then lastly, the fourth common challenge that I've mentioned was having internal alignment to deliver the program. And it starts really at the top of the organization by having executive support. So really having buy-in from one of your executives who can champion the supplier diversity program and align it to the broader organizational objectives or corporate objectives. That's really a key point, whether it's your head of procurement, your chief financial officer, or any other executive. To have this sponsorship is really essential to help align the organizations. And then it's reinforcing the comms, so communications and collaboration. Really the comms on why this program matters, how it will add value, regularly communicating on the stories and value you deliver to the business, the impact on diverse suppliers and the impact diverse suppliers are making on your business, or impact of how you've raised the bar for your key suppliers on diversity and inclusion, and what it means for your industry, in general. We're really focusing on regular communication and collaboration among various functions across the business is really key to ensure alignment and coordination in your program. And then linked to this alignment point is integrating your supplier diversity program into existing processes. So ensure it's part of your existing procurement processes, vendor management processes, part of your D&I strategy. Back to the point earlier around cross-functional collaboration. It also means ensuring that in objectives, in processes, that supplier diversity is present and is mentioned across the board. So the last thing you want is create silos or additional workload. Is more alignment across those departments and everyone operating as a team to deliver the program. So really start from the top, and then alignment with clear and regular communication between the teams and with the rest of the business to highlight the value of the program. So those were the four common challenges and some example of solutions to consider to address them. I'm mindful this might trigger more questions or more thoughts, so more than happy to discuss with you if you have questions. So please feel free to engage via LinkedIn or via my email address. Please get in touch, and happy to discuss further on how we can help you with those challenges, or if anything resonated with you, happy to hear your perspective as well on some potential solution to address those challenges. So thank you for attending this short and sharp LinkedIn Live. That was the second one in the series. There are 3 more to come on various topics. The next one will be early in July. We'll announce the date soon. And we start moving from, we went through how do you start, what are the common challenges, and we then start moving on those different dimensions of supplier diversity and how you really drive value from your program. So you have more to come over the next few weeks. So thank you all, and have a good rest of the day.